What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from GeeksterLabs.com. How's it going today, guys? Well, the product I'm going to be showing you is something that was sent to me free for review from Audio46.com. And today we have the Sennheiser on-ear Urbanite headphones. And this is a relatively new pair of headphones that just came out maybe about a month or two ago. Really nice pair of headphones. Like, you can tell that Sennheiser is definitely stepping up their game when it comes to headphones that are a little more fashionable, but also still sounding very good. So let's go ahead and check out what's inside this box, and then we'll talk about the headphones themselves. Right, the first thing we have is a user guide manual. This has all the information about the headphones themselves. Next, we have a very nice carrying cloth. It's very soft. It actually has Sennheiser written right there on the top. So it's very nice. Definitely do a good job of helping keep your headphones getting scratched up or messed up while they're in your bag. It's not super thick, so it's not going to be really protective as far as bumps and things like that, but it'll definitely help it from getting scratched up and anything like that. So it does come with a pouch. Next, we have the included cable, and this is only one cable that is included with this, but as you can see, it does have a mic and control talk section right here, so you can use the buttons to adjust the volume, go up and down, click to answer phone calls, click to stop your track, music track, things like that. It does have a 90-degree angle plug right here, and the other plug is a straight plug. And there should be no issues at all trying to get this into your phone. If you do have a case, you can see there's a little bit of a recessed area, so it should be able to fit in your phone if it does have a smaller case on it. But if it's a really big, bulky case, it may not go into there perfectly. And one thing to note about the cable is that you can specify what kind of devices you're going to be using with this pair of headphones. This one right here is meant for the Samsung Galaxy, but you can also get it for the iPhone and other different devices as well. It will probably still work slightly with other devices, but it's not going to work perfectly unless you get it for the specific device that you want, whether it's an Android or an iOS. So just something to think about. So as you guys can tell here, I have the blue version of the Urbanites, and this is called Denim. It also comes in a sand, which is like brownish, plum, black, and also in a tricolor red, white, and blue. So different parts of it are red, white, and I believe the band on top is white. So really cool. They retail for $200. So let's take a closer look and talk about this pair of headphones. As you can tell, these are folding, so it does travel very well when it's inside that nice little pouch that is included with it. And like I mentioned, the pouch is not going to do a good job of keeping them protected from bumps and bruises and things like that. It's just going to make sure that they don't get scratched up or anything. But these feel really, really high quality. I don't think you would need to have a thick pouch. They just don't feel like they would get messed up. They feel very solid even when they're folded up like this. But Sennheiser is doing a really good job of trying to step it up and keep their headphones more fashionable. They can obviously tell by other companies like Beats by Dre that people they care about what their headphones look like, because it's almost like an accessory when it comes to like what they're wearing and things like that. So they're definitely trying to step up their game and make their headphones look nicer. And so they've done that a little bit with like the fabric band right here. You can't swap it out or anything, but it does look quite nice. It has a nice silicone inside band right here, which is very comfortable, easy to keep on top of your head. And these are very lightweight. They're not very heavy at all. So when you are using these, like I test these out at work, no issues at all wearing these on my head for hours on end. There's barely any weight on them at all. No issues whatsoever, especially with the pads. As you can see, they has like some nice velour pads. These aren't leather. These are like real breathable fabric, and so they breathe very well. They don't get very hot when they're on your ears, but they still do a really good job of blocking out any kind of outside noise while you're listening to your music. As you can see, these look really solid. They're very, very solidly built. I'm actually kind of surprised. Not that I've ever doubted Sennheiser or anything like that, but just the construction of themselves is very nice. You can see they slide up and down to adjust. They have a nice flat wire on the inside there, which kind of goes into the headphones itself while it's moving up and down. So there's not a bunch of loose wires or things that can get snagged when you're throwing this into your bag. As you can see, when you do slide them all the way down in, just fold it up, there's nothing loose that can get snagged up or messed up. But overall, they feel very high quality. Like I said, they got fabric on top. They have aluminum here with the Sennheiser badge right there. We have some plastic around the ear cups. We have the nice velour pads. So overall, I definitely think as far as the $200 price range when it comes to the build quality, it's definitely perfect, and I wouldn't say there's anything to complain about it at all. Haven't had any issues at all while using them. As you can see, it does come a removable cord on the bottom right there, and so the cable I showed you earlier, it's actually a locking cable, and so this is the cable itself. It's a straight one, so it plugs into there, and you have to. It took me a while to figure this out because I didn't understand, but there's actually a notch right there. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. Probably not, but there's a notch on the headphones themselves, so you have to insert it just the correct way, and then you twist it into place, and now it won't accidentally pop off while you're using them. So it's locked into place, you're good to go. So you have to use it on one side. There's not on other pairs of headphones. Sometimes I'll have two ports here, so you can pick which one you want, but this goes onto the left ear cup right there. And that's pretty nice. And like I mentioned, there's different cables depending on what kind of brand of device you're going to be using with it. Whether it's an iPhone, this one is meant for the Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy. But if you have an iOS device, there's a different one as well. This will actually still work with your iPhone or even your iMac, your computers. It just doesn't operate the right way. I noticed when I was pressing the plus and minus, it would actually change the tracks. If you click on the center, it'll actually play and stop, but it's meant to be volume, not to skip forward and back. So it does act a little funny, but if you do happen to find this for a Samsung Galaxy and you want to use it with your iPhone, it's not the end of the world. You can still use it and just control the volume on the device itself. But if you're actually purchasing this brand new on their website, make sure you keep that in mind and notice that it does specify what this is specifically made for. So like I said, this one is for the Samsung Galaxy. It also works with the LG, HTC, and Sony as well. So basically Android devices, okay? So the headphones themselves, I'm very impressed with. The cable is very nice too. It's a flat wire cable. It's only about 3 feet long. It's not very long at all. So I would like to have a slightly longer cable, maybe even a secondary, just straight cable without the microphone built into it. Now let's talk about the second most important feature when it comes to headphones, which is the sound quality. So now let's talk about sound quality. And one thing I did forget to mention earlier is that this pair of headphones is actually available in an over-ear version as well. This is the on-ear version, so obviously just rest on top of the ears. If you want an over-ear that cups the ears a little better, it's only $50 more. For $250 you can get the over-ear versions, okay? But it's exactly the same. Everything else is exactly the same as this pair right here. When it comes to audio quality, they're very good. I mean, I don't think you would have anything else. Sennheiser is very well known for their audio headphones, especially microphones and things like that. So when it comes to audio, they know what they're doing. And I think for the price tag or the bracket that it's in for $200, I think they're very good sounding headphones. They have really good bass, really good treble. The mids are here and there. They don't really punch as well as I'd like to see them. They're mostly about the bass and the treble. But I think for the average person, that type of music that you'll be listening to, whether it's hip hop or pop, things like that, I think they'll be awesome. They'll be perfect. For things maybe like classical, jazz, stuff like that, they're not the best suited for those. You can still listen to it and it'll probably sound fine. And like anything, guys, sound quality is pretty much subjective. What I hear using these headphones is going to be totally different than what you guys hear. And that's just the way it goes. I test a lot of different pairs of headphones, and there's certain things that I like to listen out for or look out for when I listen to headphones. Mostly I'm looking for more well-rounded headphones that I think a larger audience, depending on, doesn't matter what type of music you listen to, you'll appreciate them. And for these, I definitely think they're more suited for the type of music like pop and hip hop and things like that, where there's not too much nuance to the music. It's just mostly about the highs and the lows, the treble and the bass. But either way, guys, $200. Build quality is awesome. I think they're definitely worth it if that's the type of music you guys listen to. If you really looking for high quality audiophile style headphones for like jazz and symphony, this probably isn't a pair of headphones for you. But for everything else, like I said, it's all subjective and it's probably going to be up to you guys. So if you have a place where you can test them out, check them out. But as far as build quality goes, I can definitely vouch that they feel very well built. Definitely worth $200 as far as the build quality goes. I think they'll last you for a very long time. The materials are high quality, and overall, I think Sennheiser's doing a really good job of kind of stepping up their headphones and making them look a little bit nicer. Most of their other stuff looks kind of plain, black, not a mixture of materials or anything like that. This is definitely something that they're aware of and that they're thinking about, and they definitely want their headphones to be something a little more fashionable and looking nice. And I definitely think they look pretty high quality, pretty nice. So what do you guys think? Do you have any questions or comments about this pair of headphones themselves? If you do, post them down below. I read each and every comment on all of my videos, and I'll always do my best to get back to you guys within a day or so whenever you have any questions for me. So put those down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as well. And if you want to stay up to date with all of my content and all my other headphone reviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews, and I will see you in the next video review. See you guys.